Welcome back, guys. I'm Mellowseven, and today we are going to take a quick look at Path of Exile 3.0. They just had a big new update come out. Fair amount of excitement about it. This is a game I've played a tiny bit in the past. You can see right here I've got a level 4 and a level 23 character. So I haven't done very much in it. So it's not truly a first look for me, but it's a first look at 3.0. I've watched a couple videos on it. I don't really I'm not going into this with any great plan. I don't have a build I want to use or anything like that. I figure we'll just kind of make a character and see kind of what abilities. We're gonna play for an hour, so maybe it'll be, you know, two-parter for this first look, just to get a better basic idea of what we want. So let's go ahead and hit create. Now it should ask us which league we want to play in. So we've got a standard league. It's just standard. Everybody plays in it. Then we've got this Harbinger league, right? Mysterious Harbingers. Sorry, not Harbinger. It is a Harbinger, right? No extra R in there. Mysterious Harbingers, Room, Ray Class, and Oriath. They control and direct the creatures around them. This is the default Path of Exile League. Then we've got a hardcore one here. If we're killed in hardcore, it gets booted out of this league and ends up back in standard. So the character doesn't die, but they do get booted out of the league. So I think we'll just go ahead and try the standard Harbinger. Say okay. Now, because of that, we can't access any of the gear that are on our other characters. So we have an option of, I think this is the Templar.
You swore sinew and soul.
A Shadow.
You were born with quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood.
And then there's the Marauder, the Ranger, the Duelist,
you were born to
and the Witch. So I think just because I've never played one before, well, I've played very few of them before, I think we'll try Templar.
Soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar.
I think we have a Mellow 1 and a Mellow 6, so we'll go ahead and make a Mellow 2.
Only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow.
Okay. We'll see how this goes.
Is that not the greatest folly of all? To lose faith.
Playing with audio a little bit here, we'll see. Audio is, of course, always the big issue. Okay. We'll go ahead and leave the tutorials on. Just because it is a first look. So, of course, we've got some chat in there. Let's see, how do we... Yeah, left click to do that, but how do I get rid of... Let me see if we can figure out chat here. Maybe we can't. Maybe I have to go into menu, maybe? Let's see, options, overlay... Options, I guess? Maybe under UI. Chat is fine. I mean, I don't mind chat being in English. I just don't think we need to see it right now. You know what I mean? Is there a way to turn off chat? Auto center map. I guess we live with it for now. It's not a huge issue. It's just kind of annoying, to be honest. Oh, maybe, well, let's go back in here. Maybe it was under UI that we were just at. Okay, graphics. Maybe we can turn it off somewhere. Okay. I guess we will leave it on for now. Alright, so we're supposed to pick up the scepter there. So left click to talk to our non-player character. You and I were the only ones that made it to the shore, alive anyway.
You and I, we're the only ones that made
Looks
it
like
to
you found
shore.
something to defend yourself with. Good, this place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here.
Looks like you found something.
Could be worth
to
checking
defend
if
yourself
there's...
with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
Of course, I didn't notice that he was reading it aloud because I've got my volume turned down, but... Alright, so we will pick up Glacier Hammer. Okay. So the interesting thing about this game is that our skills, our actual active skills that we're going to use, are determined by our gear. and specifically by crystals that we can insert into that gear. So here we've got Glacial Hammer. This is going to give us a level 1 melee attack. It's cold based. You can read the little deal right there. And we are going to throw it in here. It's a red crystal, so we have to have a red slot on our staff here, right? Or we could do a blue. So skills now equipped with your bar and can be used with right click. So we close that. These are our health and our mana regen potions. So there's our health, there's our mana. These refill as we fight. So we can use them and they'll go down and then they'll go back up as we fight. And like anything else, we can always... Let's right click. There we go. So you can see this is our ability. And if you look down on the bottom right, where my face was covering us up, let's fix that. Can we put me maybe right there maybe? Does that look okay? Sure, we'll go with it for now. All right. So we can kind of run around here and see all this sort of stuff. Explore the map a little bit. Now, most people that play this just kind of run through this level and don't do anything except the final end boss, but you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. So press 5 to restore mana. There you go. That went up. So now you see that our mana potion there is low. So let's run over and kill somebody, and you'll see that it will go back up as we play. And we do the same thing with our health. And you see as we hit things, it's now most of the way back up again. Large chest. So now we've got this elemental proliferation support. Supports any skill that hits enemies or otherwise apply elemental ailments. 20% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite. Okay, well that looks like what we want there. So if we come back here, we can now put this in here. So this support gem will now affect the gem that we've attached it to. So we're going to get an extra chance to, in this case, freeze because it's a cold based. And it will spread in a radius of 10. Okay. Interesting. I think that's new. I don't think they used to give you a... Well, maybe they did. I don't remember. Like I say, I haven't played very much of this. I really should get this on Steam, but I've spent a couple bucks on some additional inventory stuff. They do have some microtransactions. They don't really affect gameplay. Some of it's just cosmetic. But you can also... some of it's just to help keep organized a little bit more within your stash, which we'll see. Your stash is your kind of your overall inventory. And now we've got a plate vest there. We'll take a look at that when we get there. They do have some armor packs and stuff, but I believe they are also just cosmetic. They just make it look like what you're doing. Alright, get everything recharged. Come on, kill him. There we go.
It seems my god has no need for my company just yet.
Alright, so we gained a skill point. So this is the other thing. This is kind of the passive skill tree, I guess you would say. You know, you have your active skill trees are determined by your gems. We can go anywhere in here. Okay? We have a bunch of starting spots that are determined by your initial class. But that isn't the only place you can go. So just because the other guy starts here, I can still come down and get all the same abilities. I just have to work my way down the tree. So if we come in here, we can see that we've got a couple first options. We can go to elemental damage. It's going to increase our mana and our elemental damage. We can come down here. It's going to increase our mana regeneration and life. So essentially we've got initially a defensive tree and an offensive tree that we can go to. See right here, it gives us our basic numbers here. So that's our Dex is going to be our primary stat for this, but we get strength and intelligence. Sorry, it's not our primary, it's the lowest, but we can build off of these. And these are going to tend, like each one of these groups the same way, depending on how you go. So, let's go the safe route here initially. Now we can work our way through these. You can see here we get just bonus strength if we were to go this way. But I think we'll probably go here, continue to get mana and life. Here, though, we can go armor and energy shield. Energy shield essentially gives you another pool of life over here. That's an energy shield, essentially, right? It's another thing to charge. So we could go that route and then end up with sanctity. Or we could, if we would have gone this route, we could have either increased spell damage or increased melee damage, and then gone up to retribution. Now we could still do all that as we go. We will also get some refund points as we go through, at which point we can pull back one of these and put that point somewhere else. So maybe I've come down here to get an extra point in staff and mace damage, and later on I don't want it. I could refund that and put that point elsewhere. So we'll apply the points, get back into the game. Oh, gotta go this way. What do we got here? Enter town for your reward. Well, that's what we're doing. Into Lion's Watch. Now, we're not playing... there's a way to play just solo, right? Where you're not playing with everybody else, which is what I would have done if I'd known how to do it. Don't know how to do it, but I know there's a way. Watch Quill18 does it. He's a good one to watch. There's some really good Path of Exile video content creators out there, if that's something that you're interested in. I watch Quill18, and he plays a bunch of games. This just happens to be one of them, but he does a good job, and he's been doing a little bit here, so that's how he's been playing, though.
To be tested and tempered in the straits of Rayclast. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, mate. You could damn have worked with a look like that. The name's Bester, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain after the fashion.
All right.
Arrow, the Merry Gull's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was, buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. A little worse for wear, but upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Rayclast.
So there's undead here. That's essentially what
I
he's
know
telling
you,
us.
the blasphemer. That's what my father called you. God saw fit to drown my father and everyone else I ever loved. I wonder what fate he has in store for you. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. You know, back in Oriath, I was taught that God loved me. He has a funny way of showing his love, doesn't he, Templar? Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater. The Merry Gull ran aground on the tidal island trying to escape from pirates. As tends to happen here in Rayclast, her crew met a far worse fate. Cannibals. Tarkley pulled Vestal from some hideaway in the wreckage. The ship's only survivor. Whether the ordeal fractured his mind or whether it was just in his nature all along, it's clear that Vestal sails a different course to the rest of us.
All right, so she is also, let's see. So now we can come in here, we can sell items. We've got this extra plate vest. May as well sell that. And our rusted sword. So we don't have money per se, but we do have currency items. And you can see here, this will get us a couple scroll fragments. A stack of 5 becomes a scroll of wisdom. See here, a scroll of wisdom helps us identify unidentified objects. So we'll go ahead and accept that for now.
There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hand's optimism.
All right, so she wants a medicine chest. He's told us where to get one. I mentioned the stash here real fast. This is our stash. And you can see we've got all sorts of stuff there. So I have paid a little bit of money for some other things. Right here, this is, let's see, can we rename that? This is for essences. Essences are a drop in the game. So we'll go ahead and hit enter on, and what the heck, we'll make them go white for that. So this is one of the things you can buy. Normally you just get these basic little stash things. So I've got a few extras. This one is for our currency. So this is our different currencies. We'll go there. And sure, we'll make that one black. Essence is white. And this one is for divinity cards, I think is what they're called. Divinity. And how about kind of a brown? Okay. So these here happen to be premium, which means you can rename them. So we can say fire. We'll make that one red. And this one will be, these will be for our gems. So cold. And the other one is electricity, I think. Or shock. We'll say shock because it's shorter. And we'll make it kind of, I don't know, kind of a... No, it's not that. Whatever the other one is green. I don't know, green. We're just gonna call it green for now. There we go. And we could do that. We could just do this. We'll say green, blue, red, and these are for our crystals. There we go. Red. So we've got... Now I'm gonna go ahead and drag some of these over. We can do that now. The divinity stuff I think we'll just drag over there because we're not going to need it very often. So, you can see here we could buy additional stash tabs, all that sort of stuff. So you can kind of see how the... and again, this just replaces the appearance of a weapon. It doesn't give you a new weapon. So they're all just... they're just cosmetic. Let's see, how deep are we into this one? Interesting. I'm playing with some stuff here, and unfortunately, see, can I do that? The new setup, I can't see the record time very well, so that's what I was looking at. Sorry, has nothing to do with you guys or the game, just
Fine
my
work with Hillock.
own little
Where'd you learn
mix
to
and
fight
match
like
of
that?
stuff here.
No, forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Alright, so he's going to give us a free gem here. So, Molten Strike, Fire Damage, Frostbolt, Cold Damage, Magma Orb, with Lobbin Orb. It's a blue one, but it does fire damage. And Lightning. I've used this one before. Let's go Cold. Let's go Frostbolt. Alright. Goodbye.
Stay sharp out
Let's check our inventory. The only problem is our blue one is a support one. So we've got Glacial Hammer right now. Now what we can do is, while we have these abilities, I think, we can drag stuff down there. So we've got Glacial Hammer. So we can see that does 13.5 DPS as it's set up right now. Let's go ahead and drag it down there now. Let's go ahead and put this up here. Now we can go here. We've got our options, Frostbolt. So 13.5 or 12.2. So now we can, as we run around, we can do these things. So let's go ahead and run out. We'll kind of see how it goes. I don't know. You know, we might be better off with the support. Quest complete. Here's our overall map. Oh, don't forget to heal.
My mana is spent.
Oh, whoops. We're out of mana. Okay, so these guys are a special one. You can see there with their extra little deal. Ah. Now I'm getting all confused with my... Oops. I keep hitting the wrong button. That may get me. Ah. There we go. Your skill gem can be leveled up. So not only do we level up, but the gems themselves level up. So we can level up our 2 deals there. Oh, probably shouldn't stand in the molten. Oops, and we're out of... Come on, 5, there we go. 1. Alright. So, defeat following Harbingers. Harbinger, excuse me, uses Storm of Call complete. So we defeated a Harbinger. So that was what... That's kind of the special thing of this... what's the word I'm looking for? This league right now. So I'm gonna change. Let's see, that's set for Frostbolt in the middle. I'm gonna change this here real fast. Just for that, I'm gonna put these back on the mouse. So it's less confusing for me. There we go. So what is... Oh, that's just the door. I was seeing that come up. So, and you see that we do have some arrows now that point towards things that are off map. I believe, can we hit map? There's a way to check your overall map, and I will figure that out here in a second. Say, it's been a while since I've played this. Options. Notifications. Events. Oops. Input maybe? There we go. Map overlay, tab. Alright, so we can open up a map here over the whole thing, and that will show us kind of where we're at. And we're going augmentation. We can also use these currency things for crafting, so we can get different combinations of them, and they will, we combine them with weapons or item, and that will get us some sort of crafting. So we can take weapons and make them magical if they're not. We can change the links that are on things, all that sort of good stuff.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride, Calm's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lion-Eye fought bravely to the last. Calm honored him with a place on his belt. Calm has shown Rayclast our Karui strength. Calm will teach Rayclast the Karui way.
My prayers are thus answered.
So we'll go ahead and get to another level of this. Be careful when you do this so you're not getting attacked at the same time, because the game does not pause when you do that. It is multiplayer, it is online, so no pause, even if you're playing in a solo league. Some sort of shabby jerk in there. Let's check, see what it is. There's some mods that you can get for this that will change a few things. They'll like change how the gear drops, because you will get a lot of stuff that drops and most of it's garbage. So here we can identify that, and we can see it's got 3 green slots. These 2 are linked, so you could do a support of some sort. Plus 4 evasion rating, 13 increase advanced stun, gives us an evasion rate of 13. This has an armor of 19. So you have armor, you've got evasion, you've got your energy shield. Those are all essentially different types of armor or damage mitigation. So we can go ahead and throw that up there. Don't think it matters. Those are all red, and those are green. So there we go. You can see we're getting a lot of just kind of garbage here. And we can hold down Alt and it will tell us kind of what is dropped. So, gauntlets, hat. I should have given them to us. They should automatically equip if you don't have anything else there, so there you go. So what we could do here is, actually, let's go ahead. Let's do this here. Put that down there. And then what we can do is we can take, whoops. Take that blue gem out, right? And then we can take this blue gem and put it back in here. So now we've supported our red gem, our red crystal here with this one, right? And here we have our blue one. So we still have all our abilities. So let's go, let me flip these back around. And now we've got all our gems back slotted in. And so you can kind of play with the different colored slots and that sort of stuff as you go like this. Oh, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. There we go.
My mana is spent.
Oops. Make sure I'm using the right keys there. Oh, mana is gone. Alright. So, we got a couple weapons here. Let's go ahead and take a look at them real fast. And now we're out of our identification. So we can see right here, we don't have the dexterity to use this one. We do have the stone axe of the brute. It's got 2 blue and a red. So now what we could do is, oh, hold on, let's take that out. Let's take that out. Let's take that out. Oh, we've got a shield in there too. Oops. Too much crud here, that's the problem. Now this is a two-hander, right? So we put it in there. But now what we can do is, we can put both our blue gems in there. We could still leave our red gem in there if we wanted, but now our support supports our frostbolt instead of our glacial hammer. So what does that do? So now our DPS is 31.3, much higher than what it was before. And then this one is going to be 12.2. Interesting. Okay. Don't know if it matters. Oh, do I not have anything attached to that right now? I messed with everything and now it's messed up my my abilities here. So let me fix that. Do I not have that anymore? I should, right? It's there. Glacial Hammer. Let's try putting it there. Does that change anything? Not quite sure why it won't let me use Glacial Hammer now. Oh, I know why. Because I bet you if we look here, that this will have a weapon requirement. Requires level 2, that's fine. Volt, blast, chill. I don't know where it is though. Requires a mace or staff, and we have an axe at the moment. So this gem doesn't do us any good right now, right? So we can go ahead and put that here. Now we picked up this driftwood wand. So this is our scepter type of mace essentially. We do also have a wand. We've got a couple rusty spikes. They count as one-handed swords. We've got this goat hide buckler. Can't use it because we're two-handed. So there we go. I think that is probably the initial bit of the game in a nutshell here. I think what I'm going to do is we'll kind of end up this one here, and then maybe I will look around and see what mods I can find that we can add to this, and we'll do a second episode where we look at some of the modifications that you can do for this game. It's nothing that's game-changing, but it does, I would say their quality of life changes, all right? So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Hated it, thumbs down. Comment, suggestions, whatever, down below. Let us know what you think of this one. It is a really interesting game. It is fun. It is essentially, if you like Diablo, you'll like Path of Exile. Right now, I think Path of Exile is probably a little bit more critically acclaimed. Diablo's a little bit prettier, I would guess. Like, graphically, it looks better. 6 one, half dozen the other as far as gameplay. It's whichever one you like at the moment. I've played a lot more Diablo than I have of all 3 Diablos than I ever have of this, but this is a fun game, and I do enjoy it. I haven't put in quite as much time, but this one, the maps are all procedurally generated, and so I think there's a little bit more replay than there is in Diablo, which is very, also somewhat procedurally generated as far as the individual maps go, but I think the replay on this is a little bit better, and I would say that I think the end game of this is a little bit better. It opens up some different maps and that sort of stuff, which I enjoy. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Cheers.